Yesterday, welcome program I explained. That is, I'll explain with each and every word. Listen with more concentration. Okay. See, first of all, what we did, we created first tab folder. Okay. We created first tab folder. In this folder, we created WebINF folder. We created WebINF folder. After creating this folder, we created classes folder. Classes folder. In the classes folder, we written firstsolid.java. Firstsolid.java. After that, we compiled. We got a firstsolid.class. We got a firstsolid.class. After that, here web.xml. Web.xml we written. Okay. After this, we created as a one var file. We created first.var. After creating, we started server. This var file we deployed in server. Okay. First.var. We deployed. This is Tomcat web server. Tomcat web server. After that, we opened browser. From browser, we send request. Here we return some URL. Okay, here we return some URL. My request passed. Then response came, welcome message. This is you studied, and here from sending request onwards up to welcome message, what is happening complete, I'll explain each and every word. I'll explain. Listen with more concentration. Okay. Now, first of all, I'll start the server again. You observe. Open File Explorer. This PC, C drive. No need to write, already written. Okay. Just listen. Program files, Apache Software Foundation, Tomcat 10.0 bin. Here you have to double click on Tomcat 10 icon. Then click yes. Here one message comes, server startup in milliseconds. Server startup in milliseconds, one message comes. See, here server startup in some milliseconds. Once you are getting this message, means your server is working properly. Now server is working. Now you have to open the browser, you have to run the application. Now for running that application, we typed http://localhost 8082/first/test. Then we got a welcome to Solid message. This is your studied. Okay. Now here, first of all, how to deploy also you have seen. Like this, we open Tomcat homepage. We open manager app. Here username admin, password admin. Click on sign in button. Here scroll down, choose file button. We selected first.var. Open. Here like this, we clicked on deploy button. If I deploy, error comes, but already deployed. Okay. Now here what is happening, you observe, whenever you deploy. Now actually this first.var file, online students, listen with more concentration. Listen with more concentration. See, choose file button. Choose file button we clicked. After that we selected first.var. After that I clicked on deploy button. Now this is no need to practice. With Eclipse only you practice. I'll explain. Because this is all people cannot, if practice also you may not get. I know about that. Either 4 errors comes, that Solid not found errors, or class not found error, or this later fail message or false message. So many errors may comes. with Eclipse, all people will get it. No need to worry. Okay. That's what. This is only understanding subject. Now here, choose file. We selected war file. We clicked on deploy button. Then it is deployed in server. Actually, where we created in first tab folder. You see, C drive, first tab folder. In this first tab folder, we created. This is we created. This is we deployed in server. We deployed in server. But where is server? Server also in my computer only. Okay. Now, when I click on deploy button here, when I click on deploy button, it is copied in server. It is deployed in server. It is nothing but uploading. You will upload data in a Facebook, that type. Okay. Now, here where we created in a first tab folder, first.war file created. This is when I click on deploy button, it is copied in server. Now server, I'll show you. This PC, C drive, program files, Apache Software Foundation, Tomcat. Here one folder will be there. Web apps, nothing but web applications. In this folder, it comes here. You observe. When I click on deploy button, that will come here. Now your doubt is why deploying? There you can right click, here right click, paste, copy, paste. Possible, no? It is possible. See, here instead of clicking on choose file, deploy button, what you can do? You can open this PC, C drive, and first tab folder. Here select, right click. Okay. Here copy. Here copy. This PC, C drive, program files, Apache Software Foundation, Tomcat 10.0, web apps. Here right click, paste. Possible, no? Right click, paste. Here possible. But here server also in same computer, client also in same computer. We developed in same computer. We deployed in same computer. That's what possible. Suppose 5 computers are there. 5 computers are there. These 5 computers connected together. 5 computers connected together. It is on network. Okay, it's on network. Tomcat server installed in this computer. You developed Java program here. You developed solid program here. War file here. Here right click, copy. Here right click, paste. Possible? No. Okay. Here right click, copy. Here right click, paste. Not possible. No. That's what you have to follow deployment process. While developing applications, server may or may not be in your system. Server may be in Hyderabad also, server may be in US also. Okay, that will be happen in real time. That is the reason you follow whatever I taught. But a right click, copy, right click, paste, possible. That is server if it is in your computer, possible. Server in other computer, right click, paste, possible? No. That's what you follow whatever I taught. Okay. Here server is same computer, that's what possible. In server in other computer, not possible. Okay. Now, and also one more thing you observe, this war file we created, that war file automatically extracted. Automatically extracted. Again, what will be there? First, if you open, see webinf. Again, webinf if you open, classes web.xml. Classes if you open, see first solid. But your doubt is why creating, again extracting. Directly folder you can copy, no? That is also when it is possible, server in same computer. But in real time, server may or may not be in your system. That is the reason you follow whatever I taught. In real time, if same system also possible, this is another system also possible, this is. That is the reason you have to follow. If other system is there, what we'll do here? Here, localhost place, that computer name will write. Which computer server is there? That computer name will write here. Localhost means server in same computer. If other computer is there, that computer name you have to write here. That type. That is only different. Okay, I'll teach. First of all, you note down this location. You should know this is called deployment location. When I deploy, it is deployed in this folder. Now, note down. Deployment location in Tomcat server. Deployment location in Tomcat web server. Deployment location in Tomcat web server. Write this one. Deployment location in Tomcat web server. Deployment location in Tomcat web server. So if the server is in same computer, you can copy paste. In server in other computer, you need to follow deployment process only. C drive, program files, Apache Software Foundation, Tomcat 10.0 web apps. Tomcat 9.0 also web apps only. This is deployment process or deployment location. So all applications are placed in this server in this window, in this directory folder. Now, for execution purpose, we written like this. HTTP :/HTTP:/2 localhost 8082/first/test. I written this one. What exactly this one? Each and every word I have to explain. Just write this one. It is a protocol. It is domain name. It is a port number. It is a WAR file name. It's a URL pattern. Of a first solid in web.xml. Protocol, domain name, port number, your WAR file name, URL pattern of a first solid in web.xml. HTTP:/2 localhost 8082/first/test. HTTP:/2 localhost 8082/first/test. I'll explain word by word. Is it over? HTTP is a protocol. Localhost is a domain name. 8082 is a port number. First is a WAR file name. Test is a URL pattern of first solid in web.xml. In web.xml, we return test. In web.xml, we return test. That is. Okay. Now, is it over? Just what is what I given? I have to explain. What is what I given? I have to explain. Now, first HTTP. Now, here, node HTTP. HTTP stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol. hypertext transfer protocol. Online students, listen with concentration. Every day I'm saying, but you are not listening. Your doubts, end of the session, I'll clarify, listen. HTTP stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol. It transfers hypertext. It transfers hypertext. Hypertext means HTML text. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. But in this program, HTML is not there. We are using HTML, your doubt. Okay. Every program HTML by default will be there. That is, I'll explain. HTTP stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol. It transfers hypertext. Hypertext means HTML text. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It is used by browser and server to communicate on the web. It is used by browser and server to communicate on the web. It is used by browser and server to communicate on the web. So, HTTP used by browser and server to communicate on the web. It is one software. It is one predefined software, networking protocols, softwares. So network hardware only not enough. Software also required. These all protocols, whenever you install with Oracle Windows operating system, with that only it will come. No need to install separate. So this type of protocol services in internet, 1023 services are there. Those all by default comes whenever you install Windows. Some protocols explicitly also we can install, possible. That facility also given. So these are networking related softwares. Some rules and guidelines will be there to communicate. Client and server is going to communicate with this protocol. Okay. Now here in that line, we are writing first HTTP. That means it is used by browser and server to communicate on the web. Now my browser communicating with server. But where is server? In same computer. That is localhost. Note localhost. It is a domain name. If the server is installed on same computer, then use localhost as a domain name. Otherwise, use computer name as a domain name. So it is a domain name. If the server is installed on same computer, then use localhost as a domain name. Otherwise, use computer name as a domain name. If the server is in another computer, that computer name you have to write here. Suppose 5 systems are there. In system 1 installed, then you write system 1. But you are working in system 2, but that is installed in system 1. Then server system name you have to write. Okay. It is a domain name. If the server is installed on same computer, then use the localhost as a domain name. Otherwise, use computer name as a domain name. If the server is installed on same computer, use this localhost. If the server is installed in other computer, use computer name as a domain name. Is it over? See here in this line, my browser communicating with server. Where is server? In same computer. Which server? Tomcat server. That is port number. Now next 8082. It is a port number and it is used to identify the service. Tomcat web server default port number is 8080. Here Tomcat web server default port number is 8080. JBoss or Wildfly. Now recently the name changed. Wildfly server default port number is 8080. Oracle database server default port number is 8080. WebLogic server default port number is 7001. Like this, some examples. But you observe Tomcat server also 8080, JBoss server also 8080, Oracle server also 8080. Suppose in my system 3 servers are there. Then all 8080 means how it will understand browser. That is the reason I changed. Okay, I changed it to 8082. While installing, I given 8082 because in my system Oracle also is there. It may or may not work. That is the reason I changed. Otherwise, what you have to do? You have to stop the servers. One server you have to run at a time. Then works. But generally, Oracle service already started. That is the reason we have to change. Whenever you start Windows, then only Oracle server started. That is the reason I changed. If it is 8080 working means continue. If not working means you have to change. But after installation, how to change? Possible. After installation also we can change. So Tomcat web server default port number is 8080. In my system not working, that's what I changed. I changed it to 8082. While installing only 8082 I given. But after installing, if you want to change, now how to change? See, open server.xml file from the following folder to change the port number. Open server.xml file from the following folder to change the port number. If server is not working, then you change. This is also with Eclipse. I'll show you. Okay. Open server.xml file from the following folder to change the port number. That port number, 1 minute I'll give. Here, this is server.xml. This is a folder. Write this one. Folder name CONF will be there. Configuration. CONF. So after installation also, if it is not working, then also you can change. It is possible. How to change? I'll show you. I'll change. Okay. C drive, program files, Apache Software Foundation, Tomcat 10.0, CONF. Okay. CONF. Open server.xml file from the following folder to change the port number. So server.xml is a file name. In this location, that file will be there. Okay. In this location, this file will be there. This file we have to change. How to change? I'll show you. So it is Tomcat location. This is by default Tomcat is going to be installed here. C drive, program files, Apache Software Foundation. And in the Tomcat installed, in the Tomcat conf folder will be there. In that folder server.xml will be there. That server.xml we have to open. See, I'll open. This is right click, open with notepad. Now here, if you open, if you scroll down, somewhere 8082 appears. Now present 8082 appears because already changed. Otherwise, you can do like this. Control F. You search for 8080. Now 8080 will not be there. I changed it. 8082. Here and here. Now you observe. Now here. Connector port. What is there? 8082. What will be there? 8080. So somewhere it appears. Connector port equal to 8080 appears. Then you change to 8082. This is, you make it 8082. If you want to change, you have to change like this. Okay. Open that file. Other port numbers don't change. Only this place you change. Any other places if you change, server may or may not work. Okay. Connector port equal to 8082. 8080 was there. Make it 8082. Now this number. Actually reserved port numbers are 0 to 1023. 0 to 1023 reserved ports. This is while teaching JDBC also given. So 1024 to 65,535 free ports. Now you must use this range. I used 8082. Okay. If you want any other number also you can write. But number must be 1024 to 65,535. Okay. Don't use 0 to 1023. If you use 0 to 1023, predefined services may not work in your system. That will be happen. So your connector port equal to 8080 appears to you. You make it any one number 1024 to 65,535. But again that number remember. Because you have to type in the address bar, no? That is. This is a range for reserved ports. This is a range free ports. Now I did 8080 to 8082. Like this, whatever you want, you can do it. But number remember. Okay. Is it over? Now, here, see in this line, my browser communicating with server. Where is server? Same computer. Which server? Tomcat server. But in that server, so many war files will be there, no? Which war file? First. So first is a war file name. In that war file, so many servlets will be there, no? Which servlet? Test is the URL pattern of first servlet. That means first servlet executed. Now, what is happening? You observe up to here. Now, one more thing. Whatever I written, http://2/localhost 8082/first/test. In this, this part is called URL. URL. This part is called URN. URN. This totally called URI. So URI equal to URL plus URN. Uniform Resource Locator. URL stands for Uniform Resource Locator. URL Uniform resource name. URI, Uniform resource identifier. We can also call universal resource identifier. Universal resource identifier. URL means resource location only. Where is resource in Tomcat server? Which resource? First var file. Like that. It is a resource name. It is a resource location. Resource. We are searching for this resource in this server. The totally called URI. The totally called URI. You are searching for one resource in this location. Okay. See, this is resource name. This resource in this location present. That's what we are writing complete. That is called universal resource identifier or uniform resource identifier. So if you write only resource name, how it will understand where is resource? That's what location required. But only location if you write what you are searching in that server, name required. This totally called URI. But URL also we are calling as URL. URI also we are calling as URL. Everything, whatever you are writing in address bar, people are calling URL. But actually that is not URL. URL means up to server location only. That is URL. Suppose you are typing http://www.google.com. That is URL. But next slash something is comes no, that is URI. But default resource also possible. Now actually you are typing up to 8082. You are getting homepage /homepage.html/index.html default pages. That I'll show you. Now we are typing 8082 also homepage coming. But how it is coming? That is already configured. That's what coming. So actually you are typing server name means how it will send server what you are searching in that server. You are searching for home page. Home pages by default will come. But other pages, it will not come. No. You have to click. Then that slash something appears. Generally we won't observe. In address bar, complete address bar full also appears. Okay. There is a session ID also. There is a request parameters also. You will see further. This is just first program, welcome program only over. Okay. Only welcome program you studied. Then session ID also appears. Request parameters also appears. This resource name also appears. So many things appears in address bar. Those all I'll cover everything. First of all, you observe. I'll compare with this one. You observe. http://localhost:/8082/first/test. If I write now here my browser with this, my browser communicating with server. Where is server? Same computer. Which server? Tomcat server. In that server, which var file? First var file. In that which solid? First solid. This first solid URL pattern. That means we are searching for first solid. Like this. Now, but in real time, you are writing like this. http://www.google.com. You are typing. But /index.html by default comes. That doesn't appear to you. Configured. Now what will happen? Here HTTP. Here HTTP, same. Browsers are communicating with servers. This browser searching for server in same computer. This browser searching for server worldwide. It is searching in internet. Now localhost equivalent to www. Okay. Which server? Tomcat server. Here which server? Google server. This is just a category. .com is a category to identify. It is a commercial web server. It is a commercial website. Identification purpose. 7 categories are there in internet. .com, commercial. .net, network sites, media website, television, paper, that is .net, MIL, military websites, .gov, government websites, .org, private organization, .edu, educational websites. Like this, some categories are there. So 7 categories are there. These all 7 categories identification purpose. But these standards, no one is maintaining. All website.com only is there, maximum. If .com domain is not available, they are selecting other category. Suppose our institute website, it should be .org. It is private organization. Suppose university or college, that is registered, that type of .edu. But university site also .com, institute site also .com, and paper, television also .com, all .com only is there. Because these internet standards, no one is maintaining. Maintaining only in India also not enough. Worldwide we have to maintain. With internet, not only for India, no. Worldwide it has to maintain. Listen with concentration. Later again you will ask doubts. If you listen, then no doubt will not come. Word by word I am explaining. Word by word I am explaining. But each and every my word also you cannot write. If you write note, today only notebook will finish. My every word if you write, today only notebook, daily one notebook required. Okay? That's what listening important. Every word you cannot write, no? So that's what. Here .com, the category, that is only identification. But that internet standards, no one is maintaining. Because internet standards not only for one country, worldwide. Worldwide one organization should come, it should maintain. That maybe in future it will be done. Present not there. Okay. There is no organization to maintain internet standards properly now. That's what different type is there. Okay. But only identification of country domain also not maintaining properly. Country domain also is, .in India, .nz New Zealand, UK like that. Like that also not there. India, which country website also you cannot identify, no? That is which country website also we cannot identify. That is happening. So in future, one organization may comes, they may maintain all internet standards. Present internet standards, all standards not maintaining properly. Okay. That's what difficult to identify domain. Now, here HTTP, same. Here localhost, here equivalent to www. Here 8082 equivalent to google.com. Here first test equivalent to index.html. So this is, we are not writing. It is already configured. Even this is also we can configure. Then no need to write. I'll show you. Configuration possible. Okay. Then no need to write the resource. No need to write the resource. Okay. Now this part is called resource. This resource we are searching in this location. This resource we are searching in this location. That's what locator. Uniform resource locator. Uniform resource locator. This is resource name. Totally called identifier. URI. Like that. Now what is happening? You observe here. We are typing in a browser like this. Now in a browser window, I'm typing. Now in a browser window, first I'll type HTTP. My browser communicating with server. HTTP : localhost. That is syntax. : is syntax. localhost. My browser searching for server in same computer 8082 Tomcat server. In that first var file, in that test, then you are getting output. First, what is happening? You observe up to server. First up to 8080. Then control comes here. This PC, C drive, program files, Apache Software Foundation, Tomcat 10. Up to Tomcat 10 it comes because 8082 meaning is Tomcat. This port number I assigned to Tomcat. Then it comes to Tomcat folder. After getting to Tomcat folder, it will search for first. First is there or not, it will check. First is, it is default folder name, web apps. In a Tomcat, default web apps. Web apps no need to write. It is default location for web application. It will open. Then it will search. Suppose in your Tomcat web apps folder, if you delete, one program also will not work. That means that is default location in that server. So web apps, it comes to web apps folder. In the web apps folder, it will search for first. First is there. If first is not there, error. Now automatically first is opened. Then it will search for WebINF because this is name compulsory as it is your right now. That is WebINF. If WebINF is not there, error. WebINF is there, open. In that it will search web.xml. Web.xml is not there, error. Now if you type like this in address bar, if you type like this, it comes to Tomcat server. In that Tomcat server, it will search for web apps. In that web apps, first will be opened. In that WebINF, in that web.xml opened. So now present web.xml opened. Okay, you observe in the address bar, I am typing like this. I am typing like this. It comes to Tomcat folder. In that web apps, in that it will search for first. In that first WebINF, web.xml. So directly it comes to web.xml. This file opened. This file opened. Now in this file, it will search for test. In this file, it will search for test. Test is there, no? This is. Now test associated with demo. Then demo, it will search for demo. Demo is there. Then demo associated with first solid. Now first solid executed. But why these are directly first solid, you can write now in address bar. Okay. Now in the address bar, what we written? Test. Test associated with demo. Demo associated with first solid. Then first solid executed. But directly in address bar first solid, you can write first solid program executed. Why this XML? Why that? This configuration, all those things. Now first solid, if you want to write in web browser, F capital, S capital. Now any website is there like that, one capital letter, one small letter? No. Suppose assume like that, one cap first, each word first letter capital is there. Then all people will remember like that? No. Now you are learning Java. Now only you are learning core Java completed, advanced Java also. Some people are doing mistakes in capital letter, small letter. But other people, how they'll remember which is capital, which is small? Like facebook.com, F capital, B capital, like that is there? No. Okay. Yahoo.com, Y capital is there? All small letters also, all cap. That is not a case sensitive. Any style you write, it comes no. Convenient way purpose. Convenient way purpose, we have to configure. Now, first solid, this is Java programmer purpose. This is user purpose. But this is deployer purpose. First of all, Java developer will develop. After developing, this var file given to deployer, he will take care. One more person will be there. Now, if you are a full stack Java developer, that is also your duty only. If you are only Java developer, then other person will take care. So full stack Java developer different, Java developer different. Full stack Java developer means each and everything your role only. But actually, there are different roles will be there in software company. So Java developer, you will create solid program, you will submit to deployer. That's it. His responsibility. Deployer, one more person, he will configure. That type will be there. So at that time, what he will do, first solid, he'll create, he'll give to deployer. Deployer, he will write one more name. Convenient way purpose, this name, one more name written, given to user. So here 3 user. Now Java programmer knows first solid. This after writing this program, what will happen? Given to deployer. Deployer will write one more name, demo. That demo he will write one more name. This name given to users to access that first solid. That means people are accessing first solid through test. But test means first solid. Test is associated with demo, demo associated with first solid. Java programmer knows first solid. Users knows test. Deployer knows everything. Everything deployer knows. So here deployer is a mediator. One more person. So Java programmer will submit to deployer. Deployer will write one more name that is given to public. Then all public will access with this URL. Like that. So this is deployer, this is for Java programmer purpose, this is users purpose, this is deployer purpose. But how server knows test means first solid? With XML. Server knows XML. Browser knows HTML. So we'll deploy in server, but you are sending request to test. Then test means first solid. How server knows? With this program. Server knows XML. Browser knows HTML. HTML different, XML different. Writing program style same appears, only tags and attributes. But HTML, no rules, no guidelines. Very simple. But XML, there are so many rules and guidelines. Even this tag order also you change, it will not run. Tag order also you change, it doesn't work. Even capital place small, small place capital also write, doesn't work. For writing XML program, there are so many rules and guidelines. And one more thing, XML, there is no user predefined tag. All are user defined tags only. These tags are not given by XML vendor. These tags are given by Tomcat vendor. Like that. So these rules and these tags, names, all those things, user defined tags only, not given by XML vendor. HTML, XML, complete different. HTML, everything predefined. There is no user defined tag. But XML, there is no predefined tag. Everything user defined. And HTML, not a case sensitive. But XML, case sensitive. HTML, browser knows. XML, server knows. This is only configuration. That is only for presentation. That this is configuration. That is presentation. So here, this test demo first solid. I'll explain. First of all, you write it web.xml. Web.xml. It is called as configuration file, and it is used to configure solids, listeners, filters, JSPs, solids, listeners, filters, JSPs, welcome files, initialization parameters, context parameters, dash dash, etc. So many things we can configure with XML. It is called as configuration file, and it is used to configure solids, listeners, filters, JSPs, welcome files, initialization parameters, context parameters. These all you are going to learn further. It is called as configuration file, and it is used to configure solid, listeners, filters, JSPs, welcome files, initialization parameters, context parameters, dash dash, etc. So many things we can configure. Now what we configured is solid we configured. Solid we configured. See, now web.xml opened first. So before solid program, web.xml executed. Before solid program. First it will check the configuration. Okay. Like otherwise only test means how it will understand for solid. With XML only server can understand. See here. Now in the address bar we written address bar, whatever you written, that one, this one must match. Then it is associated with demo. It is again same required. In address bar, whatever you written, that one, this one must be same. And whatever you written here, that one, this one must be same. Here whatever you written, whatever you written, that is file solid program name same, must be same. Okay. Now already written XML. No, open that. Write it. You written yesterday. That one open. Must be same, and it is used by deployer. Must be same, and it is used by deployer. It is used by users to run for solid. Used by Java programmer. So one is for Java programmer, one is for user, one is for deployer. So Java programmer will write, he'll give to deployer. Deployer will assign one more name. That name again, one more name will assign that for user purpose. Like this, three names we use. So here three roles, three members role. Or Java programmer he written for solid. That is given to deployer. Deployer what he will do for solid, he'll configure with demo. Like that he'll map, he'll write. Later again the demo given with one more URL pattern test. That is given to public. Then all users will send the request to access for solid through test. Okay, it is used by users to run for solid. Running for solid purpose test will write. Okay, like this. One, this is used by deployer, this is used by Java programmer, this is used by users. like operators. Okay. Like this configuration file. With this file only, server will understand. Request comes test, then first solid executed. See, suppose for example, you'll go to computer shop. You want one computer. Give me one computer means what will you? There are so many computers, so many configurations will be there. Configuration will ask. According to your configuration, it will provide the computer. Here also, what you are asking, server should know. That is configuration file. You are typing test, request comes test, then it will provide first solid. Like that, already configured. That is called configuration. Okay. So, from browser, request comes to test. Then first solid executed. How this test associated with demo. Then demo associated with first solid. Then first solid executed. Now first solid opened. Okay. Now you observe in a browser window. Now we are typing http:// localhost 8082, like this we are writing. First, my browser communicating with server in same computer. Which computer? Tomcat server. Which server? Tomcat server. So here this is HTTP. My browser communicating with server. Where is server? Same computer. Suppose server in another computer. Then what you will do? That computer name you write in the browser. Then your system browser communicate with other system server. But both should be, connection should be there. Okay. Now in server, in that system, which server? Tomcat server. Now 8082 number I sent to Tomcat. One more number for WebLogic. One more number WebSphere. Different you can write. After that, then it goes to Tomcat folder. In Tomcat folder, web apps folder. In that it will search for first. Okay. Now here this PC, C drive, program files, Apache Software Foundation, Tomcat. Here Tomcat. 8082 means Tomcat. In that it will search for web apps. Suppose web apps is not there, here only error. Now in a web apps it will search for first. Now he written first. First is not there, error. First is there, open. WebINF it will search. Because that is the reason it is compulsory WebINF only or write. If you write any other, it doesn't work. Even if you write web_INF also doesn't work. That is hyphen. Okay. Now WebINF is not there, error. It is there. In that web.xml. This file name must be web.xml only. If you write any other, error. It compulsory. That is specification, rules and guidelines you have to follow. Now web.xml open. In that it is search for test. Test associated with demo. Then demo same. Here whatever you write, that one, this one must match. It is matched. Then first solid. Now first solid program open. Where it will search? In classes. That folder name also must be classes. It is not there, error. It is there. Now first solid open. Okay. First solid open. Now if public is not there, error. Object not created. So public also required. This class object created. Now object created. After creating object, it will search for init method. Is there any init method? Not there. Okay. Here init method not there. If not there, where it will search? Super class in generic solid. It is there. That init method definition called. But what is there inside the init method? I have to explain, not completed. Okay. That is further sessions comes. We can override. I'll teach. Now, first what will happen? First solid object created. After creating object, it will search for init method inside the first solid. Not there. Super class. That init method called. After calling init method, it will search for service method. It is there. Now it is our service method called. If not there, super class. It is there. our service method called. Now, what will be happen here? Request response. These two constructed by web container. So actually solid request, solid response is interfaces. These are interface, no? These two interfaces implemented automatically in some classes. Those objects created by web container. Those objects as a parameter it comes, will receive with REQ, RES. Now it is just equivalent to exception E. Exception E you are writing, but are you creating exception object? Who will create? JVM creates. Here this solid request, solid response two interfaces implemented one classes. Those objects created by web container. That's what we are writing only reference. It is also reference only, no? It is equivalent to exception handling. Here references comes. With that reference, response dot get writer, server to browser, one stream created, one stream, server to browser, stream created. Through that stream, welcome to solid password. It is displayed in address bar, in a browser window. So here, what is happening? See, you created first tab. In this first tab, these all I won't explain in second program onwards. That's what listen with concentration. Because every program, if I explain, how much time it will take, you observe? Now, WebINF. Classes. First solid dot Java. First solid dot class. Okay. Here XML. This is you must to follow. This will be created as war file. After that, we deployed Tomcat web server. This is we deployed. This is we deployed. Whenever you deploy, automatically this file is extracted. Whatever file name is there, that file name only folder created. In that, one WebINF folder, MetaINF folder created. MetaINF folder is server information you don't require. Manifest.mf1 file created. That is what are the softwares we used. So in future, if you open that war file, which version software used also it will understand for writing that program. That information added automatically. WebINF. In this classes, solids. This is automatically extracted. While extracting, war file name only folder created. Okay, war file name only folder created. Now from browser window, here it is web client. Here I typed, first I typed HTTP, my browser communicating with server. Server is in same computer. Which server? Tomcat. In that first, in that test, I typed my request passed. This request is called HTTP request. HTTP request. From this server, response comes. For sending response only, one stream created. Say HTTP request, like this request comes. Now in a first, it will open webinf, it will open web.xml. Then it will understand for solid, it will search in classes folder for solid. Through that, one stream created. This is only print writer. One stream created. Through print writer, welcome to solids. It is traveled, data traveled. That is only stream, internet stream. So like this data comes. Then you will get output, welcome to solids. This is nothing but print writer. It is not system.out.println. It is print writer. One stream created. Server to browser, one stream created. Through stream, whatever you pass, that will display in browser window. This is happening. Okay, write this one. Manually, no need to practice. I'll teach Eclipse. With Eclipse, you practice. Manually, if you practice, all people will not get. I know about that. So from wherever request comes, up to that one stream created. That stream only print writer. Through print writer, we are passing data. Online students, end of the session, I'll clarify your doubts, but you are not listening every day. Yeah. If I disable chat box, if any problem comes, voice problem or screen problem, that purpose I open. You write the diagram, online students. Eleven messages. If I click on chat box, they cannot write that notes also. That chat box is visible to offline student, but not visible to you. And also the drawing, whatever I have drawn, that is vanished. That is vanished. If I click. So from wherever request comes to that system, one stream created. Because this application, any number of people at a time from any corner in the world can access. If you deploy in real-time server, then only. This is we are using not real-time server. This is in our system only server is there. This server is a piece of software now here. In real-time server, if you deploy either Java web hosting server or cloud server, you have to purchase space, you have to deploy. But free servers also available. You can deploy. Some server sites are there. But Java web hosting servers only you have to use. Is it over? Now, is it clear? Complete each and every word I explained. Okay. Each and every word while sending requests until you get a response. What is happening? Complete I explained. This is I'll explain with Eclipse tomorrow. First Eclipse, Java doubly Eclipse required. Suppose in your system Java doubly perspective is not there. You install Java doubly Eclipse. Server configuration required. There also one process is there. That process I'll explain tomorrow. Okay. Tomorrow we'll see continuation. Online students, I'll explain your doubt. Just wait 2 minutes. Online students, one by one I'll clarify. Just wait it one